Hello everyone, welcome back to the world of English literature. This is a story of a rat trap seller. I welcome all of you once again to the world of English literature and also to the third part of the story, the rat trap. Dear students, in this story, the rat trap seller is selling rat traps and he becomes a thief. Finally, he is transforming or changing himself to a good man. Students, in this part, in the third part of the story, we are going to learn how this man has become a thief. Students, I welcome all of you to the third part of the story, the rat trap. One evening, the rat trap seller was walking very slowly. He saw a very little cottage, a grey cottage which stood by the road. He went up to the cottage and knocked at the door so as to get shelter for the night. Generally, he was not helped by anyone, but this time he was welcomed by the old man into his cottage. He was a lonely old man without wife and kids. The old man was very happy to get the company of this peddler that night. So the old man gave him some porridge to eat and then shared his tobacco with the guest. After this, both played cards till bedtime. So in this slide, you learn how the peddler managed to find a cottage in a night for his shelter. He luckily found a grey cottage on his way as he was wandering, and he knocked at the door, and an old man opened the door, welcomed him and treated him well, or sheltered him that night. He not only provided him with different types of food items and shelter, but also played with him, talked to him a lot. The old man was very happy to get the company that night. It means the old man of that grey cottage, the owner of that house, is very happy to see a stranger that night. Usually strangers are not welcomed at night and no one shelters such people. But here the old man was very happy because he was living alone. So the old man gave him some porridge to eat and then shared his tobacco with the guest. Tobacco means here, in winter nations, winter countries, they used to smoke. Okay, and that is here tobacco here meant for. After this, both played cards. Mulis, the name of the card game, that is Mulis, till bedtime. So it was a good company according to the alderman. I mean, the company of the peddler was a good company for him till the bedtime, or somehow he managed to become happy that night. You can just see the next part. The rat trap seller felt that the old man was not only liberal in sharing his porridge but also his secrets. He tells him that he was a rich man when he used to work on the rented farm. As he was old now and couldn't work, so he had to depend upon his cow for his living. The cow gave enough milk every day to be sold in the factory that produced cheese and cream. The old man said that he was able to earn 30 kronas last month because of the cow's milk. See, the old man was not only sharing his food or not only sheltering him, but also shared the secret that he had. Usually, we will not share our secrets with a stranger. That is not good. We are not supposed to disclose the secrets that we have to somebody who are unknown to us. But here, the old man did not think about the man who came. He only considered the person who came that night as a guest and sharing what he was in the past. He said that he used to work very hard in the past and he was a rich man. He had enough farm cultivation, but now he is very poor and not capable of working hard, and now he has a cow, and that cow is giving him milk every day and he is selling the milk in the factory and he earns 30 kroner every day. Sorry, every month. And that is sufficient for this old man to live. So his life is happy, even if he is living alone, his life is happy with the 30 kroners. Even if he has no son, daughters, anybody, any relatives with him, he is happy. And also, he is very happy this night because he got the company of a person with him. But unfortunately, this old man does not know who he is. The rat trap seller did not believe the old man's words that a cow could earn him so much. Therefore, the old man took a leather pouch which hung on a window and took out 3 notes of 10 kroner each, which were old and crushed. So here, the peddler was not able to digest what the old man said, that he used to earn 30 kroner every month with a cow. He was selling rat traps every day, but nobody bought it, or his work was not profitable. And that time an old man is telling that he is earning 30 kroners every month with a cow. It was surprising. In order to prove it, the old man took a leather pouch. Leather pouch means a leather bag here, which hung on a window, and took out 3 notes of 10 kroner. A kroner is meant for this kroner is the notes, I mean the rupees, I mean here the coin or the money, okay, in his country. On a window, actually it was hung on a window, and he took it out and showed 30 kroners. There were 3 notes, 10 kroners, each which were old and crushed. He showed those currency notes to make him believe his words, and then kept them back in the pouch. So he did it only to convince the peddler. But he does not know this peddler was a thief, or it was a temptation for this vagabond or this wanderer. And it becomes really the baits for the wanderer, I mean the vagabond, the peddler. And now he is going to be trapped, or now he is really in the rat trap. We are going to learn that in the next slide. Next morning, both the rat trap seller and the crofter woke up early, as the crofter was in a hurry to milk his cow. Even the rat trap seller felt that as the owner of the house had awakened, so he should also leave the bed. They both came out of the cottage at the same time. The old man locked the door and went to his work. The rat trap seller also thanked him and went his own way. The next day, both of them woke up earlier, and the crofter, I mean the old man, went to milk the cow, and the rat trap seller also thanked the old man for giving him shelter the previous day, giving him food the previous day, and went his own way. But let's see whether he is going away from the crofter or not. Never. He will never go back, because he is basically a thief and he had started stealing things. Now let's know what happens here. After about half an hour, the rat trap seller returned to the cottage, and he brought down the window pane where the pouch hung. He took away the money kept in his pocket, put the pouch back at its place, and walked off. Dear students, he is really becoming a thief, at the same time trapped in the baits of this world. Or in the beginning, he was talking that the entire world, the whole world is nothing but a big rat trap. And he was mocking at the world. He was laughing at the world. He was talking ill about the world, the people who are entered or who are in trouble, who are trapped in this in the materialistic world. Now that man is entered in trouble, or is in trouble, that he is in the rat trap, or in other words, he has stolen the money, and now from now onwards he will be in a big trouble. Definitely, students, what happens in the life of the peddler after this? We will learn about this in the next part. Till then, I am Santosh, your English teacher, signing off. Take care. Have a wonderful day.